Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar, and here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Wednesday, the 25th day of March. Here we go. Today we're going to explain the idea of kitnios. Here's what it basically means. You know, of course, that we don't eat chametz on Pesach, and that's leavened stuff like bread, noodles, Cheerios, pretzels, etc. Now, the rabbis did institute a decree long ago, and that was that certain things that could be confused with chametz should also be prohibited rabbinically from use on Pesach. Now, an example of this would be, let's say, corn. Corn and all of its byproducts can be made into substances that are like chametz, things like cornbread, etc. And therefore, what the rabbis did was they said that we shouldn't eat those types of things on Pesach, because if you did, there could be a confusion. People could see you eating those cornbreads or corn muffins and think that, oh, I saw Rabbi so-and-so eating chametz. And it would give the impression of leniency where it shouldn't be, and therefore they prohibited things like that from being eaten on Pesach. Corn is a great example, and it has great prominence, and it affects us in a lot of ways. When they prohibited corn, they said that you shouldn't eat it or any of its byproducts over Pesach, and that's again a rabbinic decree to safeguard us not eating chametz. I'll tell you where it affects us strongly, because high fructose corn sweetener is in a lot of the foods that we eat. And when the rabbis decreed that we shouldn't have corn on Pesach and cornbread, they also included all of its derivatives. And therefore, a lot of Pesach products are changed in their ingredients from the year-round products, whereby usually they would have high fructose corn sweetener. We try not to eat any of those products on Pesach. And those people who even turn their products over and make them kosher for Passover, what they do is they replace high fructose corn sweetener on the list of ingredients, and they put in real cane sugar or something like that. So therefore, a lot of chocolates and candies and things like that should not be eaten on Pesach if you keep that law. Now, there are all kinds of differences in how strict certain people are. A fantastic example would be rice. Ashkenaz Jews who descend from the old German communities, and you don't have to be German to be following the customs of Ashkenaz. Myself and many people today are following the customs of the Jews of Ashkenaz, who decreed that we shouldn't eat rice either on the holiday of Pesach for the same reason, and all rice products and rice cakes, etc. There are Sfard communities whose origin dates back to the Jews of Spain, who never had this custom amongst their groups, and therefore they literally eat rice on Pesach. So this would be the example of where there would be great differences. It's called kitnios. It basically means all those things that derive from things that are like chametz but not chametz. So you have to check on your family customs to find out which foods it is that are under this category. Corn and rice are two great examples, and if your family generally follows the Ashkenaz type of customs, then you will not be eating those things or any of their derivatives on Pesach. If you're Sfard, then some of those things, but check carefully with your family customs. Or if you don't know your family custom, check very carefully with your rabbi as to which of these products will be allowed for you on Pesach. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.